All right, apologies for the delay. Apologies for any technical difficulties we have in this episode. I just moved, so I am recording off of a hotspot right now. So if PJ starts lagging, it's my fault. But yeah, conference finals over. Half of the NBA finals over. We're extremely late, and we apologize. But things happen in life, and sometimes you're just late to Shisis versus the Haliban. PJ, I don't even know what to. How do we even start this conversation? Or do you have anything you want to say off rip?
I said, and I remember saying in the beginning of the playoffs for, the finals, I said it was going to be Thunder in five, whatever, whoever's going to play them. Now, I mean, first game, crazy. Pacers did their thing. They did the 17-point comeback, the 20-point comeback, whatever it was. And then the second game is like they fell short by a lot.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I still believe Thunder in five, but if it's not Thunder in five, Pacers in six, baby.
Pacers in six, huh? Yeah. So after
Yeah.
that's interesting because after I'll put the text up, but we were texting once the finals got solidified. I was like, it's gonna be Thunder in five. Like, I know we all love the Pacers and we're all kind of rooting for them because like they've been so fun to watch. But I mean, the Thunder team is fucking absurd, man. So I was like, I think it's Thunder in
No, no.
five.
There's
It would take an insane shooting performance from the Pacers to win 4 games against this team. They got one off, and not to say they didn't deserve it, but they were down in that game too. And I know they've been down in a lot of games and they've won a lot of games like that, but that's not a winning formula, let's just say. And I know we all keep saying that exact same thing. Everyone is saying they can't keep getting away with it, and they keep getting away with it. But this is by far the best team they've played. By far. It's like this has been the best team
100%.
all year. They're going to be potentially, I mean, they're the favorites to win it all as of right now. And they have been for for months. So I love the Pacers, man. We've been ripping Halliburton for how long? We've been rooting for him. It's just I think the luck might be running out. It's gonna take literally 3 more performances of heroic of heroic victory, like game one. And I don't know if they have it in them. But that's just I don't know. I would like Pacers in 7.
I think the reason why they play like that is they're playing a game of cat and mouse. They're letting them be up for a little bit and see where they can draw mistakes and score in a lot of opportunities. Because off of I think turnovers for the opposing team against the Pacers, they score a lot from there. Because I don't know, it's just scoring a lot from there. I mean, I've seen that. I've watched most of the games. I watched most of the Knicks games. And from the first game, it felt like they treated the Thunder like it's the Knicks, like because Jalen Brunson knows how to draw fouls too. So from that first game, when I was looking at it, I realized Shea didn't get a lot of free throws in like the first half.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't watch much of the second game. I don't know how many free throws Mr. Foul Merchant got, but the first game definitely they played good enough D for him to not get that many free throws. But he did score 38 points.
I was gonna say the the big problem is that he
But
still
he
put up
did.
he still put up 38, which is still an issue. And
Yeah.
I know in game one when Nembhard or Naismith was guarding him, he showed like a terrible shooting percentage. But I mean, it's Shea, man. Like he's gonna get his eventually. Like that's like the 1 game sample size. It's like it shows you it's possible, but it's like how often are we really betting on Shea having an off night where he's getting clamped by Naismith and Nembhard, which I mean, it'll happen in spurts. Will it happen for another whole game,
Yeah.
which gives the Pacers a chance to win again? That's where I'm like, I don't know if I could see the Pacers taking 3 more. That's what scares me.
I think it's fine if Shea drops 30, 40 points. I think they're doing a great job in limiting, like, if we're talking about game one, they limited J Dub and Chet. And then the second game in the first half, Chet wasn't doing so well. So I think they're doing a great job limiting their second options and third option scorers. But the problem with that is someone else will come up. So in the game one, Lou Dort scored like 15 points. He never does
Mm,
that. He does that if they need him to. And then
yeah.
the second game, they had Aaron Wiggins score like 5 threes in a row.
Hmm.
So they have a lot of backup weapons. Their their defense is good on the second option, third options. They know, but Thunder has a lot of backup, and that's why I'm always thinking Thunder in five because they have those pieces, they have those weapons that can come in handy.
Yeah, and I think one of the big things is that I think a big reason why the Knicks can pull off these, well, not the Knicks, the Pacers have pulled off these comebacks is because the teams they're playing against, they're going like 8-man lineups. Like everyone's tired by the end of the game.
Yeah,
It's hard to keep up on defense. It's hard to, stay focused, clear minded, like, not make silly mistakes at the end of games when you're tired. The Thunder, they're the next team that runs like 10-man lineups, 11-man lineups if they need to.
yeah.
So they're not tired. They're able to finish games
Well,
out.
the coach has a lot of faith in
Yeah,
all the other players, so
right. And rightfully so, because they're all really good for being ninth, 10th, 8th men. Like there's a reason this team won, and like you mentioned before, they were winning against teams with their second unit because their second unit is
exactly.
that good. So it's like when the Pacers aren't able to outrun the other team, it gets a lot harder for them to pull off these like fourth quarter runs. Even though we did see it happen, it's very possible they could do it again. It's just a lot harder now that it's not Jalen Brunson and Cat playing 40 minutes a game. It's not Mikal Bridges playing 45. It's not even going back to the Cavs. I mean, real quick, them sitting out game two with their minor injuries was such horseshit. By the way, I mean, if we're really gonna go back to that, I mean, like, it's the playoffs, man.
I mean, because Cat played off a bad leg injury.
All the Knicks played on injuries, man. Like the Cavs really thought, we don't need to do this shit. Like we'll come back in the next game and get them. Like hell no, like they deserve to lose that. But anyways, those teams, they obviously, and then throwing the Bucks too. Those teams did not have depth whatsoever. They're the opposite of depth. So now they're playing a team.
100%.
They're
I feel
playing,
like
go ahead, go ahead.
come on, no, you're good, you're good.
Now they're playing the Thunder, a team with like insane depth and like maybe like the worst defender sometimes is Shea. Like that's fucking nuts. There's no weak links on the team. Like they literally take Shea out on
No.
defensive possessions sometimes because he's literally just worse than some of their bench players, which is nuts. It's Shea, and they're just like 10th man's better than you on defense. Go ahead and take a seat, bro. Like it's nuts. Like the team is actually just it's absurd how well this team is built.
I think a lot of teams need to copy that playstyle because if you can have extra weapons on your team, it's just like you have people reliable. Let's say if Shake gets hurt, knock on wood,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
they
yeah.
have other options. Actually, that's kind of hard though. Now that I think about it, if J Dub gets hurt, knock on wood, then they have other options.
I mean, obviously they've been talked about as like they've been building towards this for like years. Like trading Paul George, trading Chris Paul, just acquiring absurd amounts of assets. And then one of the assets happens to be Shea, who develops into a literal MVP, top 5 player. Like those are the hits you
Yep.
need, because if Shea didn't turn into the player he is today, they wouldn't be here. But the fact that they're also like, one, they're hitting on draft picks. That's one. That's huge. Two, they pounced at the right time of like, okay, it's time to go in. Go get Alex Caruso. Go get Hartenstein. Fill out the gaps from last year when everyone was saying, oh, they don't have a big man. They're getting eaten alive. They should have traded for one this season. No, just wait. You have next year. You have a young core. Everyone is coming back. Go all in. Alex Caruso, Hartenstein. And then even their draft pick wasn't even they are so in tune with their philosophy of just getting value that they drafted a player that tore his ACL and didn't play at all. What, like 10th, 12th overall pick, Nikola Topic. He is not even. He did
Oh,
not
yeah,
play
yeah.
a single minute because he's rehabbing still, and he's just gonna come back next year. And now
Hopefully.
Here comes the 11th man. Like, it's crazy what the I mean, everyone talks about it, rightfully so, but Sam Presti, like, he's really playing 2K. Like the the way he built this team
He
is
is.
so crazy, man. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's enough thunder. I feel like it's enough thunder glazing. I've done it.
It's not enough thunder glazing. They just did it.
Okay, when they
There's just a lot of work on that team.
yeah, if slash when, I'm not completely ruling out the Pacers, but I still think it's a completely uphill battle. Um, if the Thunders win, give them even more flowers. Obviously, we can talk about how great of a season this was for them. Let's talk about the Pacers a little bit because the man we love, Tyrese Halliburton, obviously another last second game winner, game one. Game two, not a great game. Disappeared a little bit, but that's kind of
It's always the
common with
game
him.
twos, I think.
It's pretty common with him to have like a bad game from a scoring perspective. Like that's
Yeah.
par for the course, which is strange. Not like strange, but like he's obviously not the kind of player that's gonna go off every night in scoring because he plays point guard. Like he is a passing point guard. Like that's
He's a
not his
true
game.
point guard.
It's not his game to put up 30 a night. So if he doesn't, it's not that surprising. But when teams try to take him away, I feel like it really nerfs the offense just because he is such a focal point. It's that they've gone on record saying like if they try to like deny Halliburton, they'll just play 4v4, which is kind of insane to me. That feels like the wrong move, but they've said it before. That's their game plan. So I'm like, I don't know. Would you just do that every game if you're the Thunder?
Maybe, but then you could also throw in T.J. McConnell back onto the floor because they play the same way.
I mean, yeah, but
Except T.J. McConnell's more scrappy.
I would much rather deal with 24 minutes of TJ McConnell than Halliburton running the floor all game. But I don't know. I mean, it's part of the chess match. Game 3
Yeah.
is tomorrow. So we'll see if there's any adjustment to the way that the Thunder are guarding Halliburton. But like, I feel like the Pacers are just like an extremely toned down version of the Thunder. An extreme like all their role players
What?
are just like worse. Like they all kind of serve not the same purpose, but all of them are pretty good on defense. They're all like, they have like Nembhard, playoff riser. He's been incredible, honestly, considering like how he played in the regular season. Siakam's a fucking beast, by the way. Shout out to Pascal
He is a
Siakam.
beast.
Pascal Siakam's crazy. And then it's just like Miles Turner is like he's their rim protector and like also a 3-point shooter, shooting big. Like I feel like they're built similarly, where they just have a bunch of useful role players and they run 10 deep because they know all their players can defend and shoot and like provide something. But it's just like we're just like comparing TJ McConnell to like Alex Caruso or like Aaron Wiggins to like
I don't think.
you know
I don't want to say the Thunder is the comparison to the Pacers.
I'm just saying they're built similarly in terms of them running 10 deep and like every player like being useful in multiple ways. Like there aren't a lot of teams built. I mean, like we've already seen, there's no other teams in the playoffs running 10. Like this is this is a unique experience. Like there's not. I mean, try to find any other team. Like the closest one's like the Timberwolves, and they lost to the.
Running 10.
Yeah, they're the closest ones in the playoffs.
No, they run 8.
Okay, well,
They run 8.
point proven. Point proven. There's two teams then. But I was saying the Timberwolves are the closest. Like,
I feel like
there's no one else that runs 10. That's what I'm saying.
the Rockets.
I wouldn't. I don't know if I'd count that. I don't know if I'd count. Their depth is
I
nowhere.
think they ran 10.
Their depth is not as good as. I don't even know if their depth is as good as the Timberwolves.
They have good depth. They just have an inconsistent shooter that cost them the game.
They had a lot that cost
So-
them the game. I'm not gonna put that on one guy. They had a lot of people that could have done better, which is fine. They're young. But I'm just
Thunder's
saying.
also young.
Okay, well, we've already talked enough about why this team is fucking incredible. Jalen Green is not Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, definitely not.
Well, that's
He's
what I'm
worse.
saying. There's levels to this. It don't. It's not just they're young. Like
But
there's.
I'm saying the Rockets is a good team to like.
Well, they should have beat the Warriors. I don't know what to tell you.
It's hard to beat Steph Curry and Jimmy Buckets, bro.
Well, they should have.
Jimmy Buckets the third.
Well, they. All I'm saying, if we're talking about depth, we're talking about like utilizing every piece you have. It's the Pacers and the Thunder. No one else has done it the way they have. Say Jalen Green wouldn't even be on either of these teams. Is what I'm saying. Every player,
Oh no,
every player on the
it would
Pacers and
fuck up
Thunder.
the team.
That's what every player on the Pacers and Thunder serves their purpose, does it well, and knows exactly what they're supposed to do, which is coaching and like roster building. That's really what I was trying to say. That these teams they got
Oh,
here
okay.
for similar reasons, even though the Pacers play style is like pretty unique, very different. Not as
It's
defensive
old school
focused.
to me.
That's old school to you?
Did you watch the Knicks games? They were playing physically. I haven't
but,
watched
like,
physical
not on
basketball in
offense.
like a minute.
Like, not on offense though. Offense is definitely not old school. They
Kind of
They
during the
definitely
Knicks
shoot a
games.
lot of threes. Defensively they do play physically, but offensively that's extremely modern though. Extremely modern. They don't play in the post. The only person in the post is Siakam. That's old school.
Obi Toppin.
Sure, bro. The Obi Toppin post up. We're all terrified of it, bro.
Well, not post up, but he'll be there in
That's what I'm
those slip
saying.
cuts
Okay,
like Blake Griffin.
Okay, but that's what I was saying though. Post up.
Well,
I
yeah.
said post up.
If you're talking about physical, like post up wise, like some Shaq shit, some Kobe
That's
shit,
what I'm saying.
then
no-
in a sense, I see what you're saying.
There's
I see
no-
what you're saying, but like,
I just don't think they're an
but
old
taking
school
it
team.
to, they give me old school vibes.
They just play.
Not
with,
like 2000s.
They just play with grit. They just don't play soft, which is cool. I appreciate that, but I wouldn't classify Halliburton is like the most opposite old school player ever. He's not old school in the slightest.
Opposite?
Halliburton,
Nah,
bro.
old school. All point guards nowadays don't play like point guards. They're
Bro,
playing
he-
like guards.
Bro,
He's the only true point guard in the league.
bro, who is the
besides
most?
Trae Young.
What's the comparison to him? What's the comparison to Tyrese Halliburton all time?
He's like a Chris Paul.
That's old school to you? 2000s is old school. Are we serious?
I mean,
Come
you
on,
want me
man.
to say John Stockton?
No, because he's not John Stockton. No, I'm saying he's not old school. That's what I'm saying.
He's old school in a sense where he's a true point guard who is the engine and can swing the ball
Look, man, they exist.
in the right direction.
I don't think that makes him old school because he does not play old school at all. He just
I say
passes
old
the
school
ball.
in a. But he's the engine though.
Bro, there are engines.
How could? I think the new school of NBA is like more scoring guards, like a Steph Curry, a Kyrie.
Okay, but
They're not playmakers in a sense. They're playmakers for scoring wise, but they're not setting up their other players for better opportunities.
okay, they do. It's
That's
just
what I
not-
mean by old school, like Rajon Rondo, John Stockton, Steve Nash.
Okay, but I'm not.
I
Gonna,
know it's 2000s. That's
Okay.
20 years ago.
I think old school is the wrong word. I think traditional is what you mean to say because old school sounds like you're talking about the 80s, and he does not play like the 80s at all. I think you mean traditional because, bro, he's hitting step back threes. You're telling me that's old school? It's not old school at all. Dude wouldn't dream of
It's
doing
now-
that.
Well, yeah, obviously it's like it's a mix of both.
Okay. I just don't think old school
don't know,
is the right word. Because when I think old school, I'm thinking John Stockton, which is not Tyrese Halliburton. I'm thinking, I mean, I don't know. It depends on your definition of old school. But to me, 2000s isn't like old. That's not that
20
old.
years ago, 2 decades
Bro,
ago.
the fact that we were even alive for that tells me that that's not that old.
I feel old, bro.
Nah, dude. My dad gonna be
I
mad
didn't
as
even
hell.
watch the game like that back then.
My dad gonna be mad as hell watching this. Like, you think you're old? Okay, anyway. Yeah, I mean, okay, the Tyrese Halliburton stuff. I am curious where they go from here because if they just keep shutting them down, they're 100% gonna lose. They're 100. Even in game one when Halliburton had like 14, 10, and 6 or something, and they almost lost. Like, if we get like, there's no way you can tell me if Halliburton's putting up 10 and 10 a game that the Pacers are gonna win 3 more games. I don't care like how good everyone else is, and I know they literally just won with him putting up 14 and 10. But 3 more times,
But
three
he
more
doesn't need
times
to
though.
score like that. He
Yeah, but
doesn't
ten,
need. He
even 10
doesn't need to.
assists, even 10 assists isn't a lot though. And don't even look at game two. Don't look at game two because his stats are even worse there, and they got blown the fuck out.
Well, yeah.
So
But I mean, sometimes some plays don't count as assists though.
no,
Who
I know.
throw the ball up and those dribble like 5 times
No, I
and
know.
then score.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
just puts the ball in the right hand, so it's a score.
yeah. But even then, he still had a shitty stat line, and they got blown out. I'm just saying if that happens,
Oh, yeah, in game two.
I'm just saying if that keeps happening, I don't see them winning 3 more games, regardless of
I
how.
don't know. There's always
fair
gonna
that
be a
is.
bad game.
Well, let's hope that was the only one because he's prone to having multiple. But let's hope that was the only one because, like I said, when the defense keys in on him, they just play without him on offense. So I really hope that doesn't happen. But like I said, it's a chess match. This is where coaching comes in. Shouts to Rick Carlisle, by the way. He's kind of a goat.
Oh yeah,
He set this whole shit up. He's got them
been in
running.
the game for 20 years.
He's got them running. He's got them playing hard defense, full court. He's the one running the 10-man lineups. And shout out to 2011. Him with Dirk. One of the hardest championships ever. What a legend. Yeah, I think I'm pretty set on Thunder in 5. If it goes to 6, that's cool. I think the only way Pacers can win is if it's in 7, because I think they're gonna need like every lucky bounce they'll need, or they'll need every bounce they can get, pretty much. And literally, if Halliburton missed that shot, he didn't. I realized that, but if he missed that shot, they'd be down 2-0. Like,
Yeah,
like it's not like they won convincingly. They pulled some voodoo magic again. Can we get 3 more voodoo magics? I don't think so, but it's possible. So not
who knows?
completely ruling it out.
It's possible. That's why I have Pacers in 6, just in case if it gets that far.
Just in case. All right.
Just in case. I did say Thunder in 5 in the beginning of the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of boring to just be
It's
like,
not Thunder in 5.
yeah, it's boring to just say, the best team's going to win, but like sometimes they win for a reason. So,
Sometimes there's upsets. Yeah.
well, we got one of the upsets. I didn't think that the Pacers were going to get swept or anything. I figured they would get at least 1. They might get 2. Maybe if they get 3, that'd be crazy. But I don't know. I have a hard time seeing them getting 3 more. But who knows? Anything could happen.
Anything could happen. No, but the off season is shaking, but we'll get to that later.
Hey, all I'm gonna say, a video will be going up saying Bucks fan reacts to Giannis staying in Milwaukee. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna get one.
This is most likely it.
He's already said he wants to go back to the finals with the Bucks. All right, it's fucking. Let's cut the storylines now. Save your trade.
Come back later.
Save your trade machine for KD. Don't even bother opening up the Bucks. Just go to the Suns. Go send KD to Memphis or whatever. Don't even
Giannis
bother.
could just pull a LeBron.
Don't even
He
bother.
could come back.
Don't even bother.
LeBron, he could
it's
just
done.
pull LeBron. He could come back.
It's done. His family's living there. He's not moving. Just
I
save
thought
yourself the
didn't
time.
he just buy a house in New York?
Nope. I don't know.
Yeah, he did. I heard a report.
Well, more recently than that, he just said in an interview he wants to win a finals with the Bucks. So do with that what you will. I'm gonna go ahead and believe his words and just say that he's going to stay.
I'm
with
gonna
the
believe
Bucks.
his words and pull LeBron and come back.
Well, he didn't say that. He said he wants to stay with Milwaukee and win with the Bucks. So I'm gonna take his word for it. Brian Windhorst also said Giannis is not asking out, and the Bucks are not looking around for trades. So I'll take their words for it.
I don't think.
I'll take
I
their
feel
words
like
for it.
Giannis is the type of guy to not say like, I don't wanna, I don't wanna leave, but my heart's telling me to leave.
Okay, well, does that mean he's leaving? I don't think so. He literally has said before, I will leave if I don't like what we're doing. And everyone has run with that same fucking quote for years. And now that he says explicitly, I want to go to the finals with the Bucks, everyone's like, he's fucking around. Come on, man. We gotta stop the nonsense. We gotta stop the nonsense. Listen, if anything changes in the next few weeks, whatever, I'm extremely shocked that he would say that and post a picture of him holding a Bucks jersey and then say, actually trade me. That's all I'm saying. All right. I'm just using the information in front of me. I'm just using what I'm seeing with my eyes, and I'm seeing Giannis wanting to stay in Milwaukee. That's all. So we're gonna get a whole video about that later because I have more to say about that, but I need to end this video so that I can upload it, and it's gonna take like the whole night because I'm uploading off a hotspot. But anyways, NBA Finals ongoing. Shit's happening. PG, do you have anything to add before we get out of here?
If you haven't already, check out my song with my boy Max Millie
Oh yeah,
called "Moving In."
you're
My boy Jacob did the lyric video, so check that shit out.
you're. I'll leave that in the description. Shout out to those boys. I also have a video about me making the lyric video if you want to watch that on my channel.
It's fire. It's fire.
You want to see behind the scenes editing? I got you. But anyways, Hooper Soul Podcast. Jacob. Oh, the other way. PJ. I moved and now my setup's the other way. Now the arrows. Now I'm pointing to you that way. I forget you can't
I
see
don't
me.
know where my.
I forget you can't see me, PJ. This whole time you've just been talking to a black screen.
I'm just looking at myself, making sure I'm not like doing something stupid.
All right, thank you all for watching. Sorry for the late upload again. Sorry we have been we've been slacking, but you know, I just fucking moved and there's just been things happening. But anyways, we'll be back for the off season, of course. We'll be back for the end of the finals, whatever. We'll see you soon. Hit subscribe, hit like, leave a comment, tell me how you feel about the Halaban or whatever. And we will catch you next time. Peace out.
Peace.